All right, how you doing? So, for the last couple of years, I have been trying to plant a crepe myrtle seed in the hopes of starting a plant for bonsai. Had no luck. So, what I ended up doing is I took a couple of cuttings, and that's these two cuttings a year and a half ago from a tree that's in front of my mother's house, and these two cuttings immediately rooted. They actually made it through this past winter and have come back, and they do have really good roots. You can actually see the roots on this one. I just replanted it. So originally, I was going to start off with two cuttings and try to make a twin trunk, just to get it started, because crepe myrtle has that multiple trunk structure. And I believe this one is going to produce white flowers once it's mature. Well, I should say both of them, but like as I was saying, I was going to start off with a twin trunk, but then I decided, because I like the structure of this one and the surface roots that it has, I went ahead and replanted this. So it's in a mix of turfus and bark, a real barky soil, and it's got lava rocks, and it's sitting on some lava rocks. I'll turn it around. Of course, I have all these other random rocks here for display, and so that's the back right there. This rock goes through here, and it's under the soil in the front. And there's a side view, because I just really like the structure of those surface roots that I found in the soil. I decided to go ahead and just make this a singular display, and so that's how it looks straight on. And the other reason is because this cutting, while it is rooted, it is not as vigorous as its twin over here. And so the other thing I'm going to tell you, the bark of this cutting has already exfoliated once. I found that to be pretty amazing. But I think this is a real nice display. Once the flowers start coming in, they're going to play really well against that sky blue color of the pot. I'll pick it up so you can see it. Of course, I'm not going to wire it just yet. This branch here just grew out once this growing season just started. It is brand new. You can see how green it is. It's not even hardened at all, so I'm not going to touch it. And right now I'm just letting it go. I didn't cut it at all. I don't know if these two leaders here are still alive or not, but for now, I'm not going to do anything else to it. I repotted it about, I want to say it's been 3 days now, and the leaves are still looking just as strong as before I moved it. And I did have to tear it a little bit to get it separated from the smaller cutting here, but I left it. I was able to leave the smaller cutting in the pot without getting any of the soil off. And with this particular one, it is still in its original soil, and I added in some more on top. And then, of course, I put in these other rocks and moss to help to reinforce the surface so there's not a lot of erosion. So that's the Lagerstroemia indica is how I think that is pronounced. Crepe myrtle. And as I stated, I believe it's going to be white flower crepe myrtle, but it doesn't matter if it's white, red, pink, purple. We know that the crepe myrtle is a really beautiful specimen for bonsai. It'll look really nice in this pot. And as far as this one goes, I'll probably allow it to get about 6 to 8 inches tall, maybe something like that, and keep cutting it back. But for now, I'm not going to do anything else to it. So it'll just have the next few years just to grow and develop. All right, so have a nice evening.